Hello Stampers, this is Amy Rich at amyrich.net. I do have a blog now, so amyrich.net is my location for that. And then amyrich.stampinup.net is where you can place orders for the products that you see today. We are going to feature the Retiring Piece of Cake stamp set today. And we're going to dress it up with some Bermuda Bay cardstock and pair that up with black and of course a little bit of white as well. This stamp set also has a coordinating punch that goes with it, the Cake Builder Punch. I will not be featuring that today, but definitely there are some really cute projects out there with that punch as well. So what I'm going to start with is our piece of Bermuda Bay cardstock that is cut 4 1/4 by 11. And I'm going to take our paper trimmer and I am going to do some scoring. I'm going to score at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. That is in half. This one is in half, and then this one is that half's half, if that makes sense. 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. What I am creating here is a double Z-fold card. So what I've done is taken a piece of 2 by 11 Whisper White cardstock, and actually this is the thicker version, the thick Whisper White cardstock, because it holds together a little bit better. And I have scored it the same, 2 3/4 and then 5 1/2. And then what we're going to do is fold it in half and then fold that other score line in half as well. Do the same thing with the Bermuda Bay. Fold in half and fold the other half back. Then we're going to layer a couple pieces of paper onto that flap here at the bottom. This piece of basic black is cut 2 1/2 by 4, so it fits on there with a nice border. And then I cut some of our designer series paper, the Bermuda Bay, and actually that sadly is gone now. So I'm not even going to bother giving you the product number because it's very sad that it's gone. All right, then we're going to add our black to the back part of the card. And before I do that, I'm going to add, let's see, let's get this all set up here. And then I'm going to just lay the Bermuda Bay striped ribbon behind that panel. And I don't really want to stick it down quite yet, so I'm going to just make it so that it's loose in there, but I will push the paper down. All right, so this is our card as we have it so far, and this is how it will open. But now we're going to take this Whisper White piece right here, and we're going to flip it so that the folds are this direction, and our larger space is down here, and that's where we're going to do some stamping. Taking the foam mat because it is a photopolymer stamp set and some TUXEDO black ink. I'm going to ink up the pedestal of the cake, and I'm going to stamp that at the bottom of our Whisper White piece. And then we're going to take a cake layer, actually it's 2 layers, and we're going to start building. We're going to actually really layer this cake up because whoever's getting this cake for their birthday needs a lot of cake. Whoever is getting the card, I should say. And then the top cake layer is going to be the happy birthday layer. And I'm sorry, I can't look directly over the top, so it is leaning a little bit, but that's okay. That's the way it goes. And then what cake is complete without a topper? So we'll put our little lollipops there at the top. So we've got this really amazing cake. And then I thought enjoy every crumb from this stamp set would be the perfect greeting for this huge cake. So that goes on the very top. And now we're going to just do some quick coloring using our Stampin' Blends markers. I start with the dark and highlight some areas. And then we'll go in with the light color and just blend with the dark. And I'm not going to worry too much about leaving white space. Just going to quickly go over those. And I maybe want to switch to the skinny tip for some of these. Now we are ready to put this together. The first thing I'm going to do is flip this over and put adhesive on that top section. And that is going to go right up against the upper part of the card. Because on a double Z fold, you want your pieces to offset. So when you have the shorter scored areas here, you want the opposite, the white shorter scored areas on the opposite end of the card. So that's why we're doing it that way. Then we're going to flip this and put adhesive on half and adhere that down to the bottom of the card so that when we put it together, it double Z folds like that. Ah, so cute. All right, then we're going to take this ribbon that I left out, let roam freely, and we're just going to tie that in a knot over here on this side. And then you can reach in and scooch that knot over a little bit. And then we'll trim that off. And you can see how super cute a card that turns out to be. Fun, right? I hope you've enjoyed this double Z fold card today. And I want to remind you that a lot of these products are retiring. So get your hands on those in the next week before they are gone. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day.